Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel then please smash the subscribe button now. And before I go any forward, I would like to wish all of my Digi family a very happy Onam, and may this year be full of prosperity and success for all of us. And with Onam, as some of you had rightly pointed out, there are so many Malayalam films that are coming out, and I'm starting with the Malayalam film Paappan, which has premiered on Z5. And I knew again very little about the film, like always. I actually do not prefer to watch any trailer or anything, but then Z5, released the film, started streaming for paid customers without English subtitles, and that was absolutely disappointing. And it is definitely not the first time that has happened. It earlier happened with Operation Java as well, and there were a couple of other films. I think GGVV, the Kannada film GGVV, also, which did not stream with subtitles initially. Luckily, better sense prevailed, and the English subtitles were reinstated. But by then, I just had to look at the synopsis, and I got to know it is a serial killer film, and I was like, wow, the serial killer film is like my staple diet. I think you all know this by now, and it's hard to go wrong with a serial killer film unless it's Katputli. but Papan, I just had the look about the synopsis, and it made me all the more curious about the film. So the film Papan is basically an investigation that goes on. It is a murder mystery based on an investigation that goes on about the grisly murders that have taken place. Now you're going to ask me what is new in this. This is like the template or the one-liner of every other murder mystery. The treatment is the differentiating factor here. The screenplay is something that needs to be discussed and adored here. The screenplay, standing at almost 3 hours, is almost like it was intimidating for me. But the way the things are narrated in the screenplay, I think it was very exciting. It starts off with a bang. It just doesn't waste any time. The first or second frame itself is of the victim who is murdered, and that is something that sets the ball rolling nicely. The investigation is very interesting, and there is a twist that comes up every 5 minutes. Like every 5 minutes there's one twist that changes the entire scenario of the investigation, and that is something that does keep the audience hooked, does keep the viewers hooked. And the main thing about an investigation drama is that your ability to entice the audience into the guessing game. The makers need to entice the audience into the guessing game. Here I think there is definitely a guessing game that is going on right throughout. There are so many characters, which is another important cog in the screenplay. There's so many characters that you don't know which direction the story is going to go to, and that is something that is very interesting. The most interesting part, and here is where the audience will split, and this is something that I am saying it on record, that the audience is going to split. Either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. So here, the screenplay is non-linear, and this is not because it jumps timelines, but it jumps minutes. So basically, if there is a scene that is going on and it is enacted, and the subsequent events leading up to that scene is, said after the scene is completed. So that makes it a layered storytelling technique. I think this was a very different kind of a narration that was there. I haven't seen many films that jump minutes every now and then. It's not like you're jumping once in a while in the entire screenplay. It is every now and then. It is jumping minutes, and that is something that makes the screenplay layered. And it did work for me, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work for many people. Many people will be thrown off by this completely. But then it did work for me. It challenges the viewer to hold your attention. You need to pay attention to the drama, unless otherwise you're going to miss out on the smaller nuances that are there in the screenplay. And another important thing about the screenplay is the conclusion. The conclusion needs to be a satisfactory one, wherein all the elements are tied together at the end. This is something that the Malayalam film CBI 5, The Brain, I think here that is the film that had faltered. It was again a 3 hour film which was lagging as well in parts, and the ending, it was going towards something political, and the ending was something totally different. The ending just made it silly, but here the ending is satisfactory. It touches. I won't give out many spoilers because I don't know whether many people have watched this film or not, but yeah, the ending is satisfactory, and the screenplay goes in multiple directions before ending up at where it was, and the screenplay was pretty good here, except for the fact that the fight ensuing the final reveal, was a little dramatic, I would think. The There's no way, by the way, that you are going to guess who the main culprit is. Although you can guess who the accomplice is. The accomplice is much more easier. So the accomplice is revealed 30 minutes, when 30 minutes are remaining in the film, and that just made it a little bit of a bummer for me, thinking that this is the final reveal, and I was like, oh man, this is going down. But the makers were pretty sure of what they were doing, and the grand reveal happens when there are only about 10 minutes left in the film, which is a good thing. So overall, the screenplay is pretty well written. I feel that they have written it well, considering it is a twisted murder mystery. The guessing game is definitely on. As I said, there is one area that will divide the audience, and that is something that is according to your taste, whether you may agree or you may not agree with that. But having said that, the dialogues, I think, are pretty cerebral, and the conversational ones that keep you, guessing throughout. The music is pretty soothing. I felt the background music could have been a lot better. The background music, especially because the drama was so twisted that, you could have definitely played with it. And yeah, the background music was ordinary. I would think not the level that I know of Malayalam films. The cinematography, I would think, is again a bit of a mixed bag for me here. There was this one scene, the opening, it was in the earlier 10-20 minutes, that there was a car traveling through the woods, through the forest, and it was cloudy and it was raining. I think that entire frame was so well caught on, I know. But other than that, I mean, the cinematography has so many slow mos. It is excessively done that it sticks out like a sore thumb. It is something that just leaves a bad taste in your mouth, I can say. But other than that, they could have, built on the ambience also with the cinematography. But then it is what it is. And director Joshi, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's Joshiy. I think he did a pretty good job because it was a 3 hour film. He had a challenge of holding on to the attention of the viewers, which he managed to do. And because he did that, I think it is a director's victory for sure. The guessing game was definitely on till the end, and that is something that is a crucial ingredient in a whodunit or in a twisted murder mystery, you can say. Going to the performances, I think the performances are pretty solid here. It is led by Suresh Gopi and Neeta Pillai. I think both of whom are absolutely fabulous to watch, and both of them just are the fulcrum around which the tale is revolving. And Asha Sharath, and even Suresh Gopi's son, who plays the character Michael. He did a pretty good job as well. His name is Gokul, by the way. He did a pretty good job. I think his character was slightly underwritten, but still he did a good job. So overall, the performances are good. I think the technical aspects slowly get the film that much notched down. But then overall, it is a pretty good film. It will keep you hooked and booked right throughout, and the guessing game will definitely be on. And it is streaming on Z5, so please do check it out and let me know your thoughts on this film. What did you think of the film Paappan? Please like the video. I have been stretching, literally stretching, to serve you the latest reviews, especially the videos that I make. So please like the video. It doesn't take a lot, and it helps in the in the YouTube algorithm as well as the Google algorithm as well. And let me know if there are any recommendations. I will be back with another Malayalam film tomorrow. There are a host of Malayalam films that are coming out, and one's going to be tomorrow and one probably will be Sunday. So there are many Malayalam films coming out, so you're going to see me quite often, and also probably you'll see me in the review of Brahmastra as well. Let's see, crossed. But read my full review of Paappan in the meantime on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. All the links are in the description box below. And see you next time. But before that, please subscribe to the channel. It is very important. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon as well. So then, until next time, thank you so much.